Hello and welcome to our software tutorial series. In this tutorial, we will walk you through how to use and create history lists in the tax preparation software. In this tutorial, you will learn how to tell the difference between predefined and user-defined history lists, how to create user-defined history lists, and create return stage options. A history list is a drop-down list on a form entry that is either predefined, user-defined, or built as a user enters data. History lists that are built as users enter data are helpful for entering information that will be repetitive throughout the site's returns. By default, user-defined and auto-populated history lists are turned off, meaning that you cannot see them unless you activate them. This option can be turned on when you are setting up your software in the General tab. Once the Display User-Defined and Auto-Populated History List checkbox is checked, the software will make these lists available to you. To activate user-defined and auto-populated history lists after you set up the software, log into the software as the admin user. Click on the Tools menu, and then select Utility Setup Options. Next, click on the Setup menu, and then select Setup Options. From here, click on the General tab, and then click the Display User-Defined and Auto-Populated History Lists checkbox. To save this setting, click on the Color Setup tab, and then click on the Finish button. Please note, this option does not affect your ability to see and use predefined history lists, such as Relationship to You for dependents, which we will go over in the next part of this tutorial. A predefined history list is a list that will contain only the information that the IRS will accept for that specific field. For example, the relationship field in the dependent section of the main information sheet in the 1040 package. The IRS will only accept a specific response in these fields: son, daughter, parent, and so forth. The software provides a predefined list of these acceptable options. Users must select one of these options to complete the return. A user-defined history list is created by the admin user for form entries that do not already have a predefined history list. These lists are available to all usernames and can be created at any time. User-defined history lists allows the admin user to control what data is entered into a specific field. The admin user can lock these fields so that preparers cannot add any information other than what is available in the history list. User-defined history lists must be created in Edit Tax Form Defaults mode in order for the software to save the lists and make them available to all users. To create a user-defined history list, log in as the admin user or as a user with appropriate rights. Click the Tools menu, and then select Edit Tax Form Defaults. Select the tax package you want to use, and then click OK. The tax software will then display the Confirm message box, reminding you that changes affect only subsequent returns. Click Yes to continue. For this example, we will be adding a list on the Preparer Use form. First, select the text entry question field for the first line of this form, and then type in the question you would like to be asked to all clients. Then, right-click on the answer field with your mouse, and then select the Edit History List option. From here, we will add the types of answers for the tax preparer's clients when preparing their tax return. For the first answer, type Walk-in, and then press the Enter key on the keyboard. From here, we will enter the other answers for the question on the first line of the Preparer Use form. The up and down arrows allow you to rearrange items while you create your list. To move an item, select it in the list and click the up or down arrow to move it to the desired location. The Replace button allows you to replace an item by selecting the item in the list and typing the replacement text in the Add an Item to the List box. When you finish typing the new entry, click the Replace button. Delete allows you to delete an item from the list. To delete an item, select it in the list and click the Delete button. Lock List, Unlock List allows you to lock a list, which prevents preparers from entering data that is not on the list. The software only accepts data that you include in the list. If you leave a list unlocked, preparers can choose from the list or enter other values in the field. Values they enter, however, will not be added to the list. To lock a list, simply click the Lock List button. Notice that the button changes to Unlock List at this point. If you want to unlock the list, click the Unlock List button. When you finish adding items to the list, click OK. To view the list, click on the down arrow to the right. As you can see, the data we just entered is now shown on this drop-down pick list. If you want to make the field for which you have created a history list required for all your preparers, press F3 on the entry while you are in the Edit Tax Form defaults to turn it red. The software allows you to identify the progress level for each return by using the Return Stage feature. To create and edit the Return Stage list while in Edit Tax Form Defaults mode, click the Return Stage button located on the toolbar at the top of the page. Once selected, click Edit Return Stage Options. The software displays the User-Defined History List dialog box. In the User-Defined History List box, enter the field options by typing in the return stage and clicking on the Add button. Once return stage options are added, click OK. The software allows the user to set the return stage while working in a return by doing the following. Click the return stage icon on the toolbar. Select the return stage from Return Stage drop-down value. The software also allows the user to set the return stage from the Return Query Results page by doing the following. Locate the return by using the Search for Taxpayer function or Control-Q. Select the return stage by clicking on the Edit Stage button and selecting the value. The software saves the user-defined lists in a file that can be copied, moved, or deleted using Return Explorer. In Return Explorer, the file can be copied to or from removable media, allowing the user to copy the lists to other non-networked computers in the site. A user-defined history list file is identified by a UHL extension. If you lock the history list, you will also need to copy the file identified by a ELK extension. You should now be able to tell the differences between predefined and user-defined history lists, how to create your own user history lists, and how to create return stage options. Thank you for viewing this tutorial.